Hercules, say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi, Warped Tour. Hi, YouTube. Hey guys, Mikey Vintage here. So about a year ago, I made two Warped Tour survival guide and tip videos to help newcomers to Warped Tour find their way around and discover new things around Warped Tour. As of today, both videos have over 16,000 views. That's a lot. Needless to say, I was very overwhelmed, but very appreciative. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea. It means so much to me. I wasn't even sure that anyone was going to watch them, let alone 16,000 people took the time out of their day to be interested in what I was doing and what I was talking about. So thank you guys very much. With the same appreciation for Warped Tour and you guys this year, I thought I'd take to my YouTube and make a survival guide and tips video 3 answering some of the best questions that I was asked last year at Warped Tour in hopes of helping you guys out if it's your first time at Warped Tour. One of the questions that I got asked the most last year is, Mikey, what the hell is the giant inflatable you keep talking about and where is it located at? Don't worry, I got you covered. The giant inflatable is located by the Vans tent. It's one of the first things you'll see when you come in. You can't miss it. And what does it look like? Well, it looks something like this. How do I convince my parents to let me go to Warped Tour? Well, there's multiple things that you could do. You could probably do chores around the house to help convince your parents. You could, if you have the money, pay for your own ticket. Assure your parents that there is plenty of security and backup at Warped Tour. That way things don't get too crazy so you are in safe hands. If my parents insist on coming with me to Warped Tour, well, that's okay too. Warped Tour has what's called a reverse daycare. I know you might be thinking, Mikey, what are you talking about? Reverse Daycare at Warped Tour is a giant tent for all the parents to go and hang out in while the kids are at Warped Tour. It has air conditioning, TVs, lazy boys, drinks, anything that parents can want so that they can relax and have a good day while you're out having your good day. Will my bag get searched at the door? Most venues do have security checking your bags before you enter Warped Tour. Typically what they're looking for is more than one bottle of water. If you have more than one bottle of water, they will ask you to throw it away. Also, if you're bringing a bottle of water, make sure that it's sealed. If it's opened already, they might throw it away because there have been Warped Tours where people have put alcohol in their water bottles instead of water. And alcohol is not allowed on Warped Tour. Also, security is doing this for your safety. They're making sure that there's no weapons of any kind that are entering Warped Tour. So if I can only bring in one bottle of water during the day, am I allowed to fill it up during the day? Yeah, actually you can. There's a nonprofit organization called Clean Canteen, and they encourage refilling water bottles or metal canteens. Mikey, I got a Warped Tour VIP pass. What exactly does that mean? Well, a VIP pass means that you get multiple things. Number one, you get in earlier than anyone who has a regular admission ticket. Two, you get to go backstage. Wherever the fences are and security is, just flash them your pass and they'll let you back. And you can hang out with bands while they hang out, or on their bus, or while they barbecue. Also, the VIP pass gets you up on the side of the stage. You'll be able to enjoy your favorite bands and even discover some new ones right from the very side of the stage, and you'll have the best view at Warped Tour. Considering in this economy what a ticket costs to see just one band, this is the best value out there, especially as far as summer concerts go. Where are you going to see all these bands for such a low price? Nowhere, that's where, except for Warped Tour. How much money should I bring for merch, food, or both? Well, my rule of thumb is this. If you only plan on buying food, I bring about $30. If you plan on just buying merch, I'd bring about $50. Merch at Warped Tour can get kind of expensive, but if you plan on getting both throughout the day, I'd bring somewhere from about $80 to $100. I know it seems like a lot, but trust me, you'd rather have more than what you think you'll need rather than not enough and potentially not be able to eat or get merch that you want. What if I go to Warped Tour alone? That's okay. That's perfectly fine. There's no rule saying that you can't. I know it might seem overwhelming if you go by yourself, but trust me when I say you will make friends at Warped Tour. When you're watching bands or in line for signings or just walking around, you're bound to find people that are just like you, that are interested in the same things you are, and they all come to Warped Tour for the same reason, the love of the music. So I guarantee that you will find friends at Warped Tour. Is there an age restriction for Warped Tour? No, there most certainly isn't. All ages are welcome. Will they sell tickets at the door? Most Warped Tours do, unless it's a really big popular venue and it sells out ahead of time. You can typically get tickets at the door. A lot of Warped Tours that I know of had tickets still on sale the day of and didn't sell out until midway through the afternoon. So just check Ticketmaster or check online and find out before you go. How early should I show up to a band signing? I'd say about as early as possible. Me personally, I've always shown up to a band signing about an hour early, and I've always been made sure to get a signing from the band that I wanted to see. What happens if it rains? Well, if it rains, of course, for safety reasons, the show has to be paused. It doesn't necessarily stop. Once the rain lets up and the stage is dried, the band is allowed back on. You wouldn't want your favorite band getting electrocuted or harming themselves because of the rain, would you? Bands love to perform for their fans, but once it's bad weather outside, they have to do what's necessary to protect themselves and to have you guys protected. I know I mentioned shoes last year and what kind to wear and what kind not to wear, but I figured I'd list some more for this year. Toms, I wouldn't wear those. Vans, if they're slip-ons, make sure that they're snug, because you wouldn't want them flinging or flying off while you're crowd surfing or dancing in the crowd. Converse is probably the most ideal. Converse or tennis shoes, as long as they lace up. Where is the safest spot at Warped Tour to see the concert? Well, as long as you don't mind being in the pit, obviously the front is the best view. If you don't mind a little pushing and shoving but don't want to get involved in the pit, then I would suggest the middle. If you want to just see your band and you don't want to get involved in the pits or have sweaty people touching all over you, I'd probably recommend the back by where the soundboard is. Can I bring a regular digital camera? Yes, digital cameras are allowed as long as they're not professional grade that have interchangeable lenses. How will I know when bands are signing? Typically, bands will post on their Twitter or Facebook what times they're signing. Also, at Warped Tour, by the band's tents, they'll every day have what time the band will be signing if they're signing that day. Around what time does Warped Tour start, and what time does it go till? Well, typically Warped Tour starts anywhere from 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning, and it can usually go up until 8 or 10 at night. Will a drawstring bag be big enough to hold all my stuff? Typically it is. Unless you're buying a bunch of merch and a bunch of other things, I would suggest a drawstring bag. If not, then I would get a backpack if you plan on having more merch than what a drawstring bag could hold. One of the other suggestions that I would propose that I didn't get to put in the video last year is I would definitely bring a change of clothes. It'll make the ride home so much smoother and a lot less smellier. You're going to be outside in the sun all day. You're going to be sweating. Other people's sweat and stink is going to be on you. Trust me when I say a change of clothes after Warped Tour this year are going to be your best friends. You'll be thankful, your friends will be thankful, and your family will be thankful. So definitely bring a change of clothes or wear some of the merch that you bought throughout the day. A lot of people have asked me why I'm so passionate about Warped Tour. Well, I'll tell you, Warped Tour is the one time of year that I look forward to the most. Summer is the best time of year, and I definitely look forward to this concert series, not only because it's the best concert series that runs throughout the year, and you get to see so many bands in one day, but ever since 2003, when I discovered Warped Tour, it's just been my escape. My escape from reality and stress and work and everything. All that stuff that bothers you throughout the year, none of that matters at Warped Tour. You go to Warped Tour, it's all about the music and having a good time. And every year that I've ever gone, I've made friends, I've had a great time, I've seen a lot of great bands, I've met a lot of great bands. And so it is seriously one of the best concert series that I have ever gone to. And I know that you will enjoy it just as much. At Warped Tour, I don't feel like an outcast. I don't feel like an outsider. I feel like I belong and there's no judgment, and it's the one place that I know I can have a great time surrounded by people that love music just as much as I do. Alright guys, I'm Mikey Vengeance, and those are some of the best questions that were given to me last year to answer this year. So I hope that I answered all your questions. If you have any other questions or if you would like any other suggestions, feel free to leave me a comment below and I will get to it as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and thank you for checking out my newest video and all my other videos for Warped Tour related things. You guys have a great summer, have a great Warped Tour, and as always, I will see you guys in the pit. Hercules, say hi, YouTube! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh!